Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Kyle Clark.
And I'm Kim Christensen. One family's cross-country move did not go as planned after they say a Colorado moving company withheld their belongings for months. 9 News reporter Ria Jaws here with that. And Ria, this company was operating with a suspended license.
Yeah, Colorado's DORA confirmed the moving company's license was suspended for almost 3 weeks, and it's against the law to operate under suspension. One family says they hired this company nearly 3 months ago, and that's where their nightmare started.
Thank you for calling Good Move USA, where customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
Sarah Strawn and her family would strongly disagree.
I am a new homeowner in Wisconsin.
Back in May, Sarah and her family packed up their lives in Nebraska and were ready to embark on the nightmare of moving.
I hired a broker who hired Good Move, and they assured me I would have it within 2 to 16 days.
The contract they had with the Denver-based moving company Good Move USA said they would get their stuff on June 15th. At the latest.
It was 88 days.
Turns out the nightmare wasn't the move. She says it was the movers.
And I said, where did our stuff go? And she said, well, it's in a warehouse in Denver. And I was incredulous. I said, no one ever told me it was going to a warehouse in Denver. Why would you do that?
The company sent Sarah a picture. Their stuff in a CubeSmart storage facility in Colorado.
I made 51 calls. And not all of them went through. They kept telling us we were next in line. I mean, I was told that week after week after week.
A stressful situation during an already stressful transition.
We were sleeping on air mattresses on the floor. The kids went back to school. I had no school supplies.
9 News went to the company's warehouse address in Denver. Neighboring businesses told us they haven't seen the company here for months. A search of Colorado's DORA record shows the company's license to move household goods was temporarily suspended on August 15th because their insurance policy was canceled. After Sarah called the Attorney General's office, Good Move USA showed up at the Strawn's door in Wisconsin on August 26th with one final demand.
She wanted more cash. You know, the threat is we're just gonna shut the doors and leave. So I paid the money.
After more than 3 months, opening the boxes wasn't even the relief they hoped for.
Dozens of dishes that were broken. The boxes were completely crushed in some aspects. Lampshades were torn.
Through complaints posted to the Better Business Bureau, she found that her family's experience was not unique.
The last information or the last email I had with the AG's office said, well, we'll just sit and see if a pattern develops. And so I emailed them back and I said, I believe a pattern has developed. I mean, the company is, Good Move is not so good, in my opinion.
Good Move USA's license is active again tonight. However, we reached out to them several times about the claims they were operating while their license was suspended. They haven't responded yet. The Attorney General's office said they can't comment on investigations or complaints. Ria Jha, 9 News.
It's the first taste of snow for the season. This was the view from Trail Ridge Road in Rocky Mountain National Park this morning. It was cooler down in town as well. Denver reached 73 degrees today. Significant cool off. It's our coolest day since August 9th. That was that kind of like aberrant day or two, Kathy, that we had in an otherwise very hot August.
Yeah, and July and June, even May, right? So today was just such a welcome respite from that hot, dry weather pattern that we've seen for most of the summer. And this is the weather system responsible. It brought the beautiful snow up high, it brought the beneficial rain down low, and some temperatures that were really comfortable and below average. But only for today. We're back to sunshine and 80s tomorrow, and the warm weather trend will continue for your weekend. Comfortable 60s along the Front Range this hour with skies clearing, showers ending after a day with a ½ inch of rain in Denver, over an inch in some of the foothill communities. And we're watching the winds out of the northeast. That might transport in enough low-level moisture for a bit of patchy fog. Other than that, the showers are on their way out. We've got a warmer, drier Friday ahead. I'll detail the timing and impact of the next weather change coming up.
A month ago today, Aurora police first acknowledged they were investigating the presence of the Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua in the community. Within a week, they received a confidential letter from lawyers connected to an apartment complex in Aurora saying that the gang had taken over their property. To this day, Aurora police insist the gang has not taken control of any apartment complex.
Somos pareja. Él es venezolano, yo soy colombiano.
They came to a community rally this week to ask for help. Not with a gang, rather with what they say is an absentee landlord at Whispering Pines, near Colfax and Chambers.
Pues la situación por la que estamos aquí en estos momentos es porque queremos que escuchen nuestra voz para limpiar nuestra imagen de todas esas cosas que están diciendo, de que somos personas malas, de que somos pandilleros, cuando realmente no es.
But on August 9th, Aurora police and city leaders were notified by a law firm that Whispering Pines had been forcefully taken over by the Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua. The 10-page report obtained by 9 News Investigates was prepared by a high-end law firm representing the lender holding the mortgage at Whispering Pines. It warned police and city leaders that the takeover began late in 2023, claiming gang members attacked a property manager, tried to extort them for rent money, and took over empty units. The report passes along a third-hand claim that drug use and child prostitution happened in those gang-controlled units. And the report cites a property manager saying that Aurora police had repeatedly been called to Whispering Pines, often taking several hours to arrive, and had not made any arrests there.
Aurora police say they have made 10 arrests of suspected gang members dating back to July, so before when they received that letter from the law firm. APD has not said how many of those 10 arrests are tied to Whispering Pines and other properties owned by the same landlord.
Testimony is now underway in the trial of the man who killed 10 people at a King Soopers in Boulder in 2021. Ahmad Alissa pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity. In opening arguments today, his lawyer said he was diagnosed with schizophrenia, suffering from hallucinations prior to the shooting. Prosecutors argued he was a calculated killer who understood what he did was wrong. This afternoon, the jury heard from a retired emergency room doctor. She testified she went to the grocery store on her way home from cross-country skiing. When she heard gunshots, she hid sideways in a shelf of potato chips.
As I'd been skiing, I had a very bright yellow jacket on, so I knew I was rather conspicuous, and fortunately, many of the potato chips are colored yellow. I just hunkered in there as quietly and quickly as I could. I did look up at just seconds after I hid and saw the gunman walk past the aisle that I was in. I looked away pretty quickly after that. I just didn't want to be seen in any way.
She went on to describe hearing gunshots, screams, and a person dying in a nearby aisle. More testimony is expected tomorrow. The trial is expected to last 3 weeks. Our 9 News Investigates team will have updates from the courtroom as the trial goes on. You can find updates by downloading our free 9 News app in the Google Play and Apple stores.